I recently have won the giveaway and I won the course named Moving to America.
Oh,
The
nice.
advice is for, yes, those people who wants to immigrate to the United States of America. Now, and I'm the winner, and now I'm watching this course.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Are you finding it useful?
What? Sorry.
Are you finding it useful?
Of course, even if I won't move any day, it is useful for me as for teacher because I think I should know more about this country.
Okay. So like some information about the country, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and honestly, that corresponds greatly to our topic because today we are starting Unit 3, which is about cultural differences. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's look at those pictures. And first, where do you think they were taken?
In India.
Probably, yeah. So who are these people?
Maybe a tourist and an Indian woman.
And locals, yeah, maybe. And what's happening? What's happening?
He just came to visit local people, how do they live, and so on.
Okay. So what do you think this picture says about the culture of India and the people there?
It might say that that it is normal for them to use flowers and such a makeup in their country.
Okay, for example, yeah. So, do you think it's important to maintain traditions?
Yes, of course, it's important if those traditions are not crazy.
So, do you think our country is traditional enough?
Yes, I think so. Our people like traditional holidays and so on, dishes.
And moving on to a more personal level, what about your family? Do you think there are enough traditions in your family, if there are any?
In our family, there are not many traditions, but we try to maintain the country's traditions to celebrate Pascha, for example, or Maslenitsa, or Pascha, Easter, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's all.
I see. Okay. And why do you think it's important to keep to some traditions?
To remember our roots.
Yeah. Okay. And as usual in this book, yeah, some vocabulary. So let's try to guess the meaning from the context if we don't know. Yeah. people are incredibly
The people hospitality in center. The people are incredibly welcoming because hospitality in central to the culture. Is central to the culture. Hospitality means, I know how to say it in Russian, when people say welcome, be my guest, and so on.
Yes, exactly. Like a good relationship with your guests, yeah? A wish to have guests.
It's quite male dominated. Women are looked down on, and there's still a lot of discrimination. Male dominated, I understand this word when boys and men and so on say women what to do and how to behave.
When men are like more important, something kind of more valuable people.
It's quite conservative, so if you don't conform, life can be quite difficult. Maybe to agree.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, to obey, to apply the rules. Yeah.
Religion plays a powerful role in society. It's easier when the church and religion say people what to do and how to do.
When this is important, yeah.
Yes. Everything's very bureaucratic. You need a permit or ID card for everything. It's about our country, especially for schools teaching.
Yeah.
Paperwork. Bureaucratic means a lot of paper, not useful paper.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
So I think it's a very family-centered culture. Most people's social life revolves around their extended family. Maybe revolve around means pay attention on something.
Something like that. Yeah, it's like when something is centered around something. Yeah. For instance, we may say that when there is a baby in the family, all the life in the family usually revolves around the baby.
It's basically a very secular society, and people have lost touch with their traditions. To have lost touch, people have lost touch with their secular. Have lost touch.
So we know touch, yeah, touch. So when we lose touch with something, there's no connection. Yeah, no.
Secular means maybe modern.
Like not religious. Yeah? And lose touch, like lose connection, yeah?
Yes, lose touch, lose connection.
Okay.
One moment. I want to write down. Okay. Socially, it's a very liberal society. People don't like to interfere. It's very much alive and let alive. Like Americans, interfere means when you go into something.
Yeah, when you harm or when you stop something, yeah? For example, if you see two people talking and you need to talk to one of them, you might want to ask, am I interfering? Like, am I getting in the center of your conversation? Yeah.
I know this word from history lesson from school.
I see. Okay.
Life is tough, but people generally have a very positive outlook. Tough means hard.
Yeah, hard, difficult.
Rough, tough. But people generally have a very positive outlook, maybe positive lifestyle.
Yeah, like when you see a good side of something, yeah, a positive side of something. For instance, have you read the book of Pollyanna by Eleanor Porter? No? Well, it's about the girl who plays a special game. What can you be happy about in any situation?
Okay.
So, this is like the classic example of positive outlook, yeah? Even the case when she played it was when she wanted a doll as a Christmas present, and they sent like an application because the family was very poor, but somewhere in the charity organizations, due to some bureaucratic reasons, yeah, they mixed that up and they sent her clutches.
Oh.
Yeah. And when they got it, of course, she burst into tears. Yeah. But her father said, well, think about what can we be happy about in this situation. She said, well, what can you be happy about? You can be happy about the fact that you don't need them.
So, I follow one blogger, and she is writing about stars, magic, and so on. And she often offers her followers to play the game named in English "but." For example, you should write down, so, oh, my mother-in-law irritates me every day, but blah, blah, blah. So to find something positive in your life, even if you are in a awful situation, life situation.
Yeah, that's it. Okay,
Class is a big thing. People are very aware of your background, and there's not much social mobility. Class means the amount of people who have similar wages, education, and so on.
Yes, sure. And social mobility? Social mobility.
When those classes are not flexible.
Yeah. When when you can change your social status. Yeah. For example, there was not much social mobility in the pre-revolution Russia, for example. Yeah. Because if your father was, I don't know, a butcher, you were very much likely to be a butcher. Yeah. If your father was a military officer, you had almost nothing to do but to get military higher education. Like that. Yeah.
Humor is a key part of how people relate to each other. People often take the mickey out of each other. So to relate means to communicate with each other in different ways.
Yeah.
People often take the mickey, no idea.
It's like mock it. someone, make fun of someone.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, people are very reserved. I know this word. You can only relate to them on a superficial level. Superficial level, unrealistic level, maybe.
I would say like something that exists on a surface only, yeah? So when you ask, I don't know, your colleague, how are you? And he just said, well, I'm fine, thank you, and you? So this would be on a superficial level, yeah? You're asking the question, but you're not actually expecting the person to like tell you the truth even maybe, yeah? Like that. Okay. And to practice that a bit, let's fill in the gaps.
My favorite. He moved far away from his native town. Can I? So he moved far away from his native town and lost touch with his family.
How do we say that when not only like your wife and children, but your aunts, uncles, great
family?
Yeah, or you may say extended family.
Extended, okay. Southern religions are famous for their religions are famous for their interfere.
I meant that people are very welcoming in the South usually.
Southern regions. I read religious. So southern regions are famous for their hospitality. Their gifts.
That would be 2 or 4, but of their dwellers or citizens or inhabitants.
Okay. Is one of the keys to health and happiness. Money.
Yes, but that was not in the list. I would say positive outlook.
Okay. If prisoners, they might be released sooner than when. If prisoners may be conformed.
Yes, if they conform.
Teens often their peers. Interfere.
But that's something very long.
Take their what?
Yes, they take the Mickey. Yes, they mock. They mock their peers. Yeah.
I'm pessimist. Because I thought about something violent.
I see. Okay, and now, which of those things in exercise 2 are positive and which are not. So let's have a look. If people are incredibly welcoming because the hospitality is central to the culture.
It's a positive thing.
Yeah, and what country can we refer this sentence to?
Maybe east parts of the USSR.
Yeah. Maybe Georgia, yeah?
Yes.
If the societies, the country is male dominated and women are looked down on.
It's a negative.
Yeah. What countries have that?
Pakistan.
Yes, for example, I would say virtually all the Islamic countries, yeah?
Yes.
It's quite conservative. So if you don't conform, life can be quite difficult.
It's a negative thing.
Maybe, yes. And what country does it refer to?
They're the same. There is country.
So religion plays a powerful role in the society. Is it good?
If what?
Religion plays a powerful role.
Oh, it's negative for me.
Okay, which countries can this apply to?
The same, the Islamic countries and maybe India and other East countries.
Yeah. Okay.
So not European countries.
So if everything is very bureaucratic, you need a permit or ID for everything.
It's a negative spot.
Yeah.
Maybe Russia, of course.
Yes, I would agree. A family-centered country, most people's social life revolves around their extended family.
It's a good thing, positive. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Germany, no?
Maybe partially, yes, I would agree.
I don't know really.
Maybe also countries like Georgia or Armenia. Yeah.
Yes, why not?
Okay.
Italy.
Okay. It's basically a very secular society and people have lost touch with their traditions.
It's okay. It's not negative and not positive thing. It's okay.
And what countries?
The United States of America, maybe.
Yes, for example. By the way, I once read the memories of one of the Russian immigrants in the beginning of the 20th century. Yeah? And they first immigrated to France, but when their children were about 5 or 7, something like that, they decided to move to the USA because they said it was much easier to like preserve your identity there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have a lot of maybe not friends, just mates. Moved to America and they are very happy now.
Okay. Well, socially, it's a very liberal society. people don't like to interfere. It's very much just live and let live.
It's a positive thing for me. For me, maybe for other people not. It's about again about the United States.
Yes, yeah, huh? So
I don't know, maybe other countries too.
Okay, so life is tough, but people generally have a very positive outlook.
Russian people.
Yes, I would say so.
It's no, it's both positive and negative because people shouldn't suffer. But it is good that they have a positive outlook.
Okay, well, now let's look here. So when we are talking about cultural differences, yeah, of course, there is such thing as overgeneralization, yeah. When we say that, for example, all the Georgians are hospitable, yeah, or none of the Americans have a close relation within their extended family, or something like that, yeah. And of course, sometimes we have to challenge or moderate these overgeneralizations, yeah. And how can we say that? We can just quite rudely say, come on, yeah, or something like, what? Everyone? All women? Yeah. Or that can't be true. It's it's just like saying that all dogs are friendly, or something like that, yeah. And if we want to be more polite, yeah, we may just moderate it and say something like, that's a bit harsh, or that's a bit of an overstatement, that's a bit of a stereotype. And if we want to be even more polite, we can add, isn't it? Yeah. I wouldn't go that far. A nice phrase. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not thou. Yeah, that doesn't mean. And I love this one. Just because you are American, it doesn't mean you have no close relation in the family. Just because you are Georgian, it doesn't mean you're hospitable. Or there must be loads of, yeah, like, I don't know, there must be lots of kids who love reading, for example. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at these statements, these, I would say, overstatements, yeah, and try to react to them. So,
Men are no good at listening. But I agree with this statement. So, men are not good at listening. There must be loads of men who can listen.
Okay.
Women are terrible drivers. Come on.
Great.
So young people these days have no respect. Definitely. What? Everyone? All young people?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. The people from the south are more friendly. Just because you are from south, it doesn't mean you are friendly. The rich are only interested in themselves. That's a bit of an overstatement, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
People who are on benefits are just lazy. They don't want to work. It's not as though they are all like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The British are such hypocrites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There must be lots of British people who don't understand the medicine.
Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. It's absolutely different meaning. A
Yes.
hypocrite is a person who behaves as if they are cleverer or more noble than others. Yeah, it's like looking down on the others. It doesn't come from the name of Hippocrates. Mm-hmm.
So there must be lots of British people who don't behave like this.
Mm-hmm.
How come you speak my language? You are British. Why do you speak my language? What's the statement? I don't understand. Because I know your language. What's the problem?
I would say something like, come on, yeah, or just because I'm British, it doesn't mean I don't study any other languages. Something like that, yeah.
In my opinion, only a stupid person could ask this question.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I would agree. Okay, so now let's have a look at some Russian stereotypes. So what stereotypes are there in Russia?
There are a lot of stereotypes about Russian people, for example, that we drink vodka a lot, eat only холодец and борщ, and all the Russians can play the
Balalaika.
yes, for example.
Okay.
Or I know that there are a lot of foreigners think that Russians are sad and rude people.
Yeah, yeah. Just because, just because we don't smile all the time, it doesn't
like idiots, yes.
Yeah, okay. Are there any stereotypes of people from particular cultures or areas in Russia?
I don't know, is it a stereotype or not, but I know that lots of people think that Moscow citizens are ruder than St. Petersburg ones. That they are richer and hypocrite. They are hypocrites.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know that lots of people think that all the St. Petersburg citizens are intelligent and polite and clever and so on. Not all.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've already mentioned a positive stereotype. Yeah. And how fair do you think they are?
It's normal for me that different people have some stereotypes. Why not?
And have you ever been stereotyped?
It's difficult to say. I don't know because maybe behind my back people said something, but not face to face.
I see. My mom has once been stereotyped positively, openly, when she was on a job trip, yeah, and she was in her room in a hotel getting ready to go to work, and she got a phone call from a stranger asking how to get to a certain place. And of course she explained, but she was in a bit of a hurry. And after a couple of minutes, the man on the other side asked, "Are you from St. Petersburg?" She said, "Yes, how do you know?" So, "Well, I can hear you are in a hurry. If you were from Moscow, you would stop talking with me long ago."
As I said, yes,
Yeah.
that Moscow citizens are ruder maybe and more angrier, but no, maybe some people have some stereotypes about me because I'm a teacher, but they are afraid to say it to me because I'm pretty strict and rough teacher. But positive, yes. Okay.
I see. Okay. And now let's move on to listening. So we're gonna listen to the people who will be talking about different stereotypes again, yeah. And for the first time, just those questions. What aspect of culture do they talk about? Are the speakers talking about their own culture? And what feelings are expressed? Yeah, so are those feelings positive or negative? That's So ready to listen?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
1. Zoe, I'm over here.
Chrissy, how are you? You're looking great.
Thanks, so are you. I like that top.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Mehdi got it for me.
Very good taste. How is he?
He's okay. A bit down.
Really? Fed up with the miserable winter?
No, not really. It's the people that he seems to be struggling with.
Oh?
Yeah, apparently he's sick of our British hypocrisy.
Oof, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? It's not as though everyone's like that.
I have pointed that out.
Oh, so what's brought that on? Doesn't sound like him.
It's not, and I try not to take it personally. It's really more about his work.
Oh, not paying him enough.
Well, that too, probably. No, what he hates is all the bitchy comments and gossip.
Really? He's not just misinterpreting it? You know, people sometimes just take the mickey and don't mean things to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I know it can be like that sometimes here, and they are more formal where he's from, at least in the work setting. Then again, it might not be the usual jokes.
Right.
And I guess the bottom line is that he's just not like that, and it makes it difficult to fit in.
Oh, that's not good.
No. I mean, people are polite to him, but he just feels it's a bit superficial and that he's always going to be an outsider.
Oh, that's such a shame. He's such a little bloke.
So what are they talking about?
I don't understand. Because to the middle of the listening, the sound was twice. I can't explain. So some problems with the sound. It was difficult for me to
I see.
concentrate.
So actually it's about people interacting, yeah? So are the speakers talking about their own culture?
No,
No, they aren't. And do they feel positively or negatively?
negatively. They were maybe confused and maybe even embarrassed in some ways.
Yes, yes. Okay, now number 2.
2. How did it go?
Oh man, the bureaucracy here. It just drives me insane. We're in the 21st century. You should be able to do everything online rather than doing it in person.
I know. Mind you, the thing that really frustrates me is the fact that they only ever seem to have one person serving you.
Yeah. When I went this morning, it wasn't that they were short-staffed. There were plenty of others in the rest of the office. But all they did was stare at their computer screens or file papers.
I know. And when I went to get a parking permit, there was a queue of about 100 people even before the place opened. But they only had 2 people actually dealing with them all.
Oh, tell me about it.
Still, people were very funny about it, in that dry, understated way they have here, you know, which I guess is the best outlook to have.
Yeah, but then again, how will anything ever change?
So,
They are talking about bureaucracy.
yes, exactly.
I had impression that they are in Russia.
Maybe.
They are guests. So I think they talked about their own culture, but they are very irritated about these statements.
So their view is negative.
Negative, of course, negative.
Okay. Well, and the last one.
3.
So, how did you find it?
Really amazing.
Yeah, the people there are so welcoming, and the hospitality.
I know. I was invited into people's homes or offered tea or dinner so many times.
Absolutely. And the other thing I loved about it was the fact that they've managed to maintain their culture and traditions.
I guess.
You don't think?
Yeah, but the flip side is it must be difficult if you don't conform.
I suppose so.
And women are still looked down on and have fewer rights.
I'm not sure about that. Just because most take on that traditional home-building role, it doesn't mean they're looked down on, does it?
No, of course not. But what I heard from people there is that with the economy developing, more women are starting to study and even work now. And it's the women who are pushing the government to do more to break down barriers. So, you know, there's still a fair way to go.
Oh, right. OK. I hadn't grasped all that.
So what are they talking about?
They talked about hospitality. The men men dominated society and so on. So they talked about didn't talk about their own culture, something other culture. They were amazed, excited. It's a positive opinion, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and now let's have a look at the next exercise. So, yes, no, or don't know, yeah? We've got a few statements for each dialogue.
Zoe's partner is from a different country. I don't remember.
Zoe, I'm over here.
Chrissy, how are you? You're looking great.
Thanks, so are you. I like that top.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Mehdi got it for me.
Very good taste. How is he?
He's okay. A bit down.
Really? Fed up with the miserable winter?
No, not really. It's the people that he seems to be struggling with.
Oh?
Yeah. Apparently he's sick of our British hypocrisy.
Oof, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? It's not as though everyone's like that.
I have pointed that out.
Oh, so what's brought that on? Doesn't sound like him.
It's not, and I try not to take it personally. It's really more about his work.
Oh, not paying him enough.
Well, that too, probably. No, what he hates is all the bitchy comments and gossip.
Really? He's not just misinterpreting it? You know, people sometimes just take the mickey and don't mean things to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I know it can be like that sometimes here, and they are more formal where he's from, at least in the work setting. Then again, it might not be the usual jokes.
Right.
And I guess the bottom line is that he's just not like that, and it makes it difficult to fit in.
Oh, that's not good.
No. I mean, people are polite to him, but he just feels it's a bit superficial and that he's always going to be an outsider.
Oh, that's such a shame. He's such a lovely bloke.
So, the partner is from a different country.
Not mentioned.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I would agree. Yeah, probably that's true, but I would agree with you. The people Mary works with are making fun of him.
Yes, it's true. They said that they took the mickey of him.
Yes. Okay.
He wants to change job. Maybe yes, because he felt outsider.
Yes, but nothing exactly said about him wanting to change the
Yes, false.
So I would say not stated.
Not stated. Okay.
Okay, the next one.
2. How did it go?
Oh, man. The bureaucracy here. It just drives me insane. We're in the 21st century. You should be able to do everything online rather than doing it in person.
I know. Mind you, the thing that really frustrates me is the fact that they only ever seem to have one person serving you.
Yeah. When I went this morning, it wasn't that they were short-staffed. There were plenty of others in the rest of the office. But all they did was stare at their computer screens or file papers.
I know. And when I went to get a parking permit, there was a queue of about 100 people even before the place opened. But they only had 2 people actually dealing with them all.
Oh, tell me about it.
Still, people were very funny about it, in that dry, understated way they have here, you know, which I guess is the best outlook to have.
Yeah. But then again, how will anything ever change?
So, they don't have enough people.
Yes.
That's false. Yes, they did said that they did say that there were only 2 people actually dealing with the customers.
Yes.
But then she said, it's not that they are short-staffed. There were plenty of other people who were just staring in the monitors or files of papers.
People are happy to queue. She said that people tried to find a positive moment in this awful situation. So I can't say that people were happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. And the last one.
3.
So, how did you find it?
Really, really amazing.
Yeah, the people there are so welcoming, and the hospitality.
I know. I was invited into people's homes or offered tea or dinner so many times.
Absolutely. And the other thing I loved about it was the fact that they've managed to maintain their culture and traditions.
I guess.
You don't think?
Yeah, but the flip side is it must be difficult if you don't conform.
I suppose so.
And women are still looked down on and have fewer rights.
I'm not sure about that. Just because most take on that traditional home building role, it doesn't mean they're looked down on, does it?
No, of course not. But what I heard from people there is that with the economy developing, more women are starting to study and even work now. And it's the women who are pushing the government to do more to break down barriers. So, you know, there's still a fair way to go.
Oh, right. Okay. I hadn't grasped all that.
Mm-hmm. So, the speaker stayed with the friends who lived there.
Not mentioned.
Yes, exactly.
Most women don't work.
Mhm.
Probably true.
Yes, exactly.
The
And
government is encouraging changes in attitudes to women. False.
yes,
Because women are encouraging others to change something in their life.
yes, exactly. Okay, and now look at these questions. So, do we need to listen again to answer?
No.
No. Okay. So, why is Mary down?
Because he doesn't like gossips and so on, and his colleagues
Mhm.
and his colleagues take the mickey of him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, what problems does he have at work?
Also, they said that his colleagues are polite with him, but it's a superficial level.
Yes.
And he doesn't like this.
So in dialogue 2, why are they unhappy?
Because of bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy, yes. Because of bureaucracy, yes. They didn't like that there are a lot of queues, a lot of papers instead of online, something maybe applying or so on.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the people around were indifferent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do people in the third dialogue think about the locals?
That they are hospitable,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they are good people. They are they liked that locals maintain the tradition, and it's good. And they say that don't remember.
Okay, yeah, that's it. And what problems do they mention?
That most people don't work nowadays, and that it is a man-dominated society in some ways, but women are trying to change something.
Great. So, which of the countries, which of the societies would you like to move to?
From those three?
Mm-hmm.
No one.
None of them.
None of them. Yes.
Okay, right. Well, and now, so let's have a look at these questions. Do you know any couples where people are from different cultures?
Mm, mm, No. All my friends and colleagues are Russian.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I can say that I'm just acquainted with one couple where the husband is from the USA, but it's on a really superficial level, and we haven't got in touch for a couple of years. So
The same about me. I know I have group mate from university. She moved to America and married there, but I don't know her husband.
Mhm.
And he is not American. He is Polish.
I see. Okay. And do you think different countries have a different sense of humor?
Yes, of course.
In what way?
It's difficult to explain because I mm, uh, I don't have enough friends and so on from different countries.
I see. So have you ever misinterpreted something, or have you been misinterpreted?
With whom?
Maybe with people from a different culture.
No, I haven't. But my friends, some of my friends often misinterpret me.
Uh-huh. And what happens, for example?
So I say something and she understands in a wrong way and begin to say different unpleasant words to me.
Bitchy comment. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what's your worst experience of bureaucracy?
In my life, the worst, the best or the worst?
The worst one, yeah.
The worst experience of bureaucracy was when I worked at school and I was a teacher who had a class, my own class.
A class teacher.
Yes, and I had to write some reports about their assignments. Yes, how can I say?
Their behavior, you mean? Yeah,
Behavior, their marks. The most irritating moment, the work with their parents.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I had to write different unrealistic things in a way my administration keep me
Okay. And do you think the government can change culture? Or aspect?
Of
course. In what way, for example?
Government can make the culture non-religious and vice versa. Government can maintain the traditions and reduce them. So many ways.
Okay. What effect can TV and films have on the society and culture?
What effect can each of the following have on society? I don't understand the question.
So each of the following.
Film, TV, okay, education, money, travel, immigration. Haven't noticed, I'm sorry. TV and film can extremely affect on society and culture. I think that we should carefully choose what to watch and what to listen. Especially, we should carefully choose the films and TV programs and cartoons for our children. Of course, education affects the culture very much. Because lack of education can reduce some traditions because people wouldn't know about those traditions.
Yes.
So we should educate people, yes, our children, for example. Money, maybe, I don't know. Money can affect if the culture. If we can't to maintain something, for example, museums, churches, we have to have money, some money.
Yeah.
Travel, immigration, of course. If someone immigrates, he or she brings something new to our culture and society. And travel, because we travel and bring something to other cultures.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. Well, and now let's have a look here. Yeah. So, what do all those underlined sentences from the tape script have in common?
It's the people that he seems to be struggling with. My thing that really frustrates me is the fact that they only seem to have one person singing. What he hates is all the bitchy comments and gossip. All they did was stare at computer screens or file papers.
So what do these all have in common?
Something common in the structure of sentences. For example, people that he seems to, what he hates is, think that really blah, blah, blah. All they did was, I don't know how to explain it in English. It's too difficult to me.
Well, it's called cleft sentences, yeah? The main idea here is fronting what you wanted to highlight, yeah? For instance, you may say in the regular structure, you need a nice rest, yeah? But if you want to cleft it, you can say it is a nice rest that you need, yeah? Or you can say what you need is just a nice rest. Or you can say all you need is a nice rest. So the main aim is just to highlight the fronted part, yeah?
What should I say?
And of course, we need the verb to be in all those parts of all those 3 types of clapping, yeah? They all require to be. So is that clear?
Also, I need to practice to understand.
Here it is. So I bet it's difficult to work in the summer there. It must be so hot.
Is although not really the heat. It is although. It is although. I don't know.
Although it's not really the heat, what's the problem for me? Yeah, it is not really the heat that is the problem for me. It's the humidity. So,
It's, what I liked about them is their humor and the and that.
Almost, but if we have I liked, so it
what I liked about them was their humor.
Yeah,
And the I don't know.
The way they pick the mickey out of each other. The way that they took the mickey. Really?
Really, it's exactly that. It's exactly that I found difficult, really. That was
I found difficult, yeah, that it's here. And now apparently,
apparently they don't want to work with me. All I need was some idea. Things more efficient. All I need was. All I want was.
Maybe look at the next sentence. I know, but
You have. But it is you have to realize that losing face is a big thing in the culture. I don't know, no ideas at all.
Look, all I did was suggest some ideas to make things more efficient. I know, but what you have to realize is that losing face is a big thing in their culture.
Is that everything revolves around money and consumption.
Mhm. So
Is that maybe that bothers me?
me exactly.
So these days is that everything revolves around
Not
money.
that, but yeah, you may say that. Yeah, or maybe yeah, that you're right. And
So
number one,
the only
the only that bothers me. What do we need after there?
the noun.
Yeah, so the thing that bothers me, yeah? Just thing that bothers me.
Yeah, it depressed me too. Sorry, we are late. The traffic was bad. Don't listen to him. The real problem.
The real problem, we are late.
The real thing.
The real thing, we are late.
I forgot this word.
Reason.
Reason, yes.
Yeah, the
The
reason.
reason we are late is that spend an hour getting ready. That we are late is that we spent an hour getting ready.
Maybe, but I would say he, yeah? Look, A tries to explain, yeah? The traffic was bad. B says, no, he's just making up the fake reason. The real reason was that he spent an hour getting ready. It wasn't like that.
What was I? Did? No. Almost ready. I was almost ready.
So I was almost ready, yes. And here?
What really was?
What happened? What happened? Yeah. What happened? Okay. So quite tricky, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Ow. Okay. Yeah. It woke up. Now let's try to make cleft sentences ourselves. Yeah. So she accused the government. How can we cleft this sentence?
The government is what she accused.
Yes, number one, the government is what she accused. What?
She accused is the government.
Yeah, and all she accused is yeah. He needed money.
Money is what he needed.
Yeah, number 1. Next.
What he needed is money.
Yes. And finally?
All he needed is money.
Yeah, or just it is money that he needed. Yeah. Okay, I like the color of this bag.
Of this bag. The color is what I like of this bag.
Yeah.
Is the color what I like of this bag.
Mm-hmm.
All I like is the color of this bag.
Or all I like about this bag is its color. They just want to relax.
All they need is to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Relax is everything they need.
Yeah.
What
they need
is to relax.
And we mostly enjoy being ourselves.
Being ourselves is that we mostly enjoy.
Okay.
To enjoy. What we enjoy is being ourselves.
Okay, I think not all the time we need to practice them all, yeah? Okay, and now that's very easy. Just choose the right option and maybe change the verbs sometime.
I think it's a shame we don't keep up traditions here anymore. Yeah, but
just no, it's just like use all of them to make it clefted. Sorry.
Yes, but but thing is, I don't know.
The thing I like about our way of life is the fact that you can be yourself, yeah? Or just the fact of being yourself. Okay, yeah, but
what concern people lose touch with their roots? What is
I would use what concerns me.
that people lose touch with their roots.
Yeah, what concerns me is the fact that people lose touch with their roots. Come on.
It's not as enough as those. Come on, it's not as though we've become a classless society. In fact, one frustrated Lex. In fact, one is frustrates me is
the lack of social mobility. Yeah. Or you may say one thing that frustrates me. Yeah.
Maybe, but the government could do something about that. Mm. My brain. It is not the government is to do something, but people's attitude that they need to change something. I don't know, something like that.
Yes, it's not the government that should do
Do
something.
something.
It's
But people,
people's attitude that we need to change. Yeah. By the way, speaking of pronunciation, sentence stress, yeah? Where is the sentence stress in the cleft sentences?
how can I explain? It's not the government.
Yeah. So the sentence stress is on the aspect which we want to emphasize, yeah? Usually on what we are clefting. Mhm. I wouldn't go that
Far. I'm not sure it's that bad. Well, I guess young people don't seem all the interesting. One key fact, young people don't seem all that interested in people's background. The one thing that
gives me hope.
That gives me hope is the fact that young people don't
Seem at all interested in people's
people
background.
only because they aren't interested in anything. All they want is go shopping.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So complete these sentences so that they are true for you. For example, the thing that I find most wonderful about my mom is that she's got fantastic intuition.
The thing I find most the thing I found most attractive about my husband is that he is a very good father.
Okay. The main thing I love about my father is his determination.
The main thing I love about my friend is a good sense of humor.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, all I tend to do most Saturdays is read books and lay on the sofa.
All I tend to do most weekdays is to work and study. Okay.
Okay. The place I'd like most to visit is Siberia, I would say.
Oh, the place I'd most like to visit is Australia. Okay.
Oh, I think it's a bit too scary for my.
Yes, I'm very scared about that because of spiders and all the animals.
Yeah. All those dangerous snakes and all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. One country I have absolutely no interest in visiting is the USA.
Why?
I would say it's too multicultural for my liking.
Mhm.
And maybe speaking of English, yeah, maybe I'm a bit snobbish, but I feel like they are spoiling the pure British English, you know.
Really? Oh.
Probably that's an overgeneralization, I'm ready to admit.
Mm-hmm. As for me, I like the American accent more than British one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, one one dish I have absolutely no interest in trying is snake's meat.
I see. Okay. And the main reason that I watch films is to relax.
Mm-hmm. The main reason that I okay. The main reason that I walk is to keep fit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So let's just finish the sentences.
What I love about my country is that we can find a lot of ways to solve our problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's bureaucracy that I hate about my country.
Mm-hmm.
All that happens when I don't understand, what should I say? All that happens when I what?
So, for instance, all that happens when I try to convince my friend in something is that we quarrel.
All that happens when I try to clean my house is messing it again by my children.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's it. And now just one word, yeah?
I hate such exercises.
Mm-hmm.
So, the main thing that most people is the total of investment in basic healthcare and the main thing that I don't know.
The main thing that frustrates maybe or irritates most people is the
total lack of investment.
Yes, sure.
In basic health. What me the most while I was there was was well, the kind kids sleeping on the street. What shocked me.
Yes, yes.
What shocked me the most while I was there was the fact that all the kids know.
It was seeing, you may just say seeing the kids sleeping on the streets, yeah, like that.
One thing that me, it's the government's on law and order and the emphasis on punishment. One thing that surprised me.
Maybe, yes. Surprised me,
Is the government's indifference.
Indifference needs the preposition to, yeah.
Is the government's going.
Spans, it's like adaptation, yeah. Like reacting to something.
One thing that really crazy is people queue up or rather don't queue up. One thing that really irritates me.
Irritates
Makes me crazy.
or drives me crazy,
Is the seeing people queue up or rather don't queue
the way or the manner, yeah, the way people queue up.
What is the of kids leaving school unable to read and write properly? What
What worries me, maybe.
What worries me is the amount of kids leaving school.
Amount or number, yeah. And instead of worries, by the way, we can also say concerns, yeah. What concerns me. Okay.
The thing I found most is the of pollution in the city. The thing I found most terrifying.
Yes, for example, or maybe worrying, yeah.
Is the rate of pollution.
Yeah, we can say level, yeah, level, rate. Okay.
It's done now, I know, but what me most was that he didn't think he should even apologize. But what? Maybe shock, annoyed,
shocked, yeah, angered, annoyed, yes, was
understanding.
Yes, maybe, or maybe the fact, yeah, we may say the fact, or yes, understanding would be okay here, was understanding that he didn't, he should even apologize, yes,
What me is the sheer of those at the top of society possess. Sheer number of wealth.
Yes, but with the wealth, we can't actually say number. Yeah, it's better to use
Amount.
amount. And here,
Surprised me.
yes, surprises, amazes, shocks, yeah, and so on. Okay, great. And maybe the last thing for today, yeah?
Yes. Mhm.
The city is cosmopolitan, which surprises me.
One thing that I don't understand. What should I do?
Like cleft the sentence again. So one thing that surprised me is how cosmopolitan the city is. Like this.
It can be very nationalistic. It's very disturbing. What disturbs me very much is that he's very nationalistic.
Yes, exactly.
The growing wealth gap is a concern. The main thing that concerns me is the growing wealth gap.
Yeah.
The whole society is aging at a alarming rate. Aging, that's the really scary thing. What scares me, what's really scares me is the thing that is the aging of society.
Yeah, or you might say, what I find scary is the alarming rate the society is aging. Yeah. And finally,
I must love football just because I'm Brazilian. I get really angry about it. One thing that makes me really angry is people who assume that I must love football just because I'm Brazilian.
yeah. Okay. So, did we manage to go over these left in the sentences finally?
I didn't like those sentences.
But anyway, despite that fact, we managed to overcome them.
Yes.
Okay. And so just a couple of sentences, what you like and dislike about your town. For instance, for me, one thing which I like most about the area where I live is that it's quite green. And what really irritates me is the amount of cars. And what about you?
The thing that I really love about my town is the number of extracurricular activities for children. And what is really annoys me is the fact that there are a lot of alcoholics here.
Oh, yeah, that must be annoying. That must be annoying, I guess. Okay. And the thing that you liked most today?
I liked the new vocabulary and listening task,
Mhm.
but I don't like. I didn't like the sentences which I had to paraphrase 100 times.
Yeah. Okay. Clefting is a tough thing. Yeah, I must admit. Okay. So, any questions?
No questions. Thank you for the lesson.
Right. Thank you. See you next week.
Yes. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Mhm.